What's up, guys? Happy Victory Monday. The sweetest Victory Monday. I know it messed up our draft stock, but putting up 44 against a division rival that had to win the game, I know they needed help. But that feels really good. And doing it against an Atlanta defense that has some dogs on it. And Bryce Young absolutely balling out in every sense of the word yesterday. 5 total touchdowns, 3 passing, and 2 rushing. Something I think that Cam didn't even do. So first time in Panther history there. The light is as bright as it has been for the Carolina Panthers in a while. And it just feels really good. Adam Thielen has Velcro on his hands on that first big 3rd and 3. Just absolutely phenomenal. Xavier Legette made a tough catch to help set up one of our touchdowns. So you love to see that as he struggled with drops and inconsistencies and a lot of injuries. So hopefully he can stay healthy and take a step forward. But there's a lot to like there, even though he's had a frustrating year, and he'll tell you that himself, I'm sure. My favorite thing that maybe came out of yesterday was Miles Sanders doing what he did. I know the future is uncertain, but what he put up yesterday and willingness to do that after his ankle injury that's kept him out for 7 weeks or so, or even longer. I can't even remember when it happened, but the struggles that he's had and the unfortunate stuff that's happened in Carolina, that's a veteran, that's a good leader, that's a football player that you want willing to come in the last week and put a heck of a game together. 2 touchdowns, over 100 all-purpose yards, and the walk-off touchdown, and cursing out Dave Canales to give him the ball to finish it off. Maybe there's an avenue for us to have Miles Sanders back. I know the contract isn't great, but Detroit's done it. There's room for multiple backfields. I don't know where that puts Jonathan Brooks dealing with his ACL injury again. I'm not sure, and obviously I wouldn't be surprised if Miles Sanders isn't a Carolina Panther, but I was really happy and excited for him that he was able to put an amazing game together, and just hope he finds success here or wherever else. But I appreciated him wanting to be in a Carolina Panther uniform one more time, if that was one more time. Evero getting another shot, not really surprised given all the injuries we had on defense. Obviously, he got more of a pick of who he wanted for our defense this year. The good, DJ Wadham, even though he was dealing with injuries himself. Josie Jewell, absolutely love him. Hope he's back. And some bad as well. Jordan Fuller, healthy scratch the last 3 games. So I think if we prioritize getting more beef up front and more quality on the defensive side, I think Evero will be just fine. Obviously, I think if he struggles next year, then we'll search again. But we've seen Evero with a quality defense be top 10 in the most important categories as a defense. So if we restock that personnel, and obviously this year with injuries, you don't want to see it, but it's helped us evaluate the younger guys and what their role may be going forward. So that's kind of a blessing in disguise, putting so many young guys' feet to the fire. So I don't mind Evero getting another shot at all. There's a reason that he's been in the head coaching cycle for interviews the last couple of years. He knows ball, and I know that. So, and having quality. Obviously, you're not going to hit 1,000% on the guys that you want, but I think that Evero deserves this pass, and I'm glad that we're keeping the staff together for the most part, and just the continuity matters. And I think this is definitely a step forward in many respects, so I appreciate and respect that part of it. Offensively, the offensive line is going to be key. I hope we can keep Brady Christensen. The versatility he has is really unmatched. And O-line depth is so important. Ike Ekwonu, even though he still annoys me, he struggled a little bit in the Dallas game. He took a massive leap forward and a big-time vote of confidence from Dave Canales and Dan Morgan that they want him around a very long time. I really hope we re-up Taylor Moton. He's just been a cornerstone and a rock for our offensive line that has been a revolving door. And I think we finally figured that out. So depth on the offensive line is always key, and keeping that group together would make me happy. But obviously, guys got to do what's best for them, their careers, and their families. But the offensive line was, for the most part, a bright spot this year, and that's something that we haven't really seen. So that's really nice. So Bryce Young taking as massive as steps as he has, the confidence, the swagger, making all the throws seemingly yesterday, and making a 1st and 25 disappear in a blink of an eye is something the Panthers haven't seen in so long. I almost didn't know what I was watching, and the confidence on 4th and 1. I love the play calling, the design, all of that yesterday as well. So I think the offensive staff with more weapons, obviously you need to upgrade wide receivers, the depth there as well. That's painfully obvious. I really hope J.C. Horn gets an extension as well. Priority 1, probably J.C. Horn. Priority 2, Taylor Moton, extension-wise for me. But we'll see how the offseason plays out. But I'm super excited at the possibilities. 3, 4, 5 weeks ago, I don't know if I could say that, but I'm really excited with all the cap space and the trust, and Dave Tepper taking a step back. Really appreciate that from him, and the Panthers were able to take a big step forward, and hopefully we'll be able to continue to build. But I don't remember the last time we scored 44 points, and it was super awesome. Also, shout out to Jadeveon Clowney. He was all over the place yesterday. And I think he's a really great veteran, great fit, and still can play football. So hope he's still around, because if we have the pieces around Clowney, I think he can still wreak havoc on football games. He just can't be the guy, just because they'll focus so much on him, and that's what kind of happened. And a lot of other things, but that was one thing that stood out. I hope we can return Mike Jackson. He was really solid as well. But I haven't been this excited and optimistic about the Panthers' future in so long. It's such a nice feeling, and Bryce Young looking like he did at Alabama, just doing it all and doing it all well. Super awesome. The tight end room is going to be an interesting one. I love Tommy Tremble, but he's a free agent. And Ian Thomas, I hope this is the end for Ian Thomas chapter-wise for the Panthers. I think he's a solid NFL player. I just When your calling card is blocking, and it felt struggly at times in that area, just no disrespect at all. I just feel an upgrade, and Jatavian Sanders showed some really good flashes as well, so that's really exciting. Again, Panthers football being this excited is something that hasn't happened so long. But ending on the highest of high notes, the sweetest of taste in your mouth. As always, keep pounding, go Panthers. I think this is going to be fun, and I think we got the right combo. And Dave Canales, sticking to his guns and doing what he thinks is right, was the savior of the Carolina Panthers and Bryce Young's career. Bet on that. As always, keep pounding, go Panthers.